Question 1. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop completely before the stop line. C. Slow down and be prepared to stop. D. Yield to traffic only if necessary. Answers is B. Stop completely before the stop line. This is a stop sign. Drivers must come to a complete stop before the stop line, crosswalk, or edge of the intersection, and yield to all other traffic or pedestrians before proceeding safely. Question 2. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Stop immediately. B. Yield to traffic on the intersecting road. C. Increase speed and proceed. D. You have the Answers is B. Yield to traffic on the intersecting road. This is a yield sign. Drivers must slow down or stop if necessary to yield to vehicles and pedestrians on the intersecting road or highway. Question 3. This sign prohibits entry to which vehicles? A. Motorcycles only. B. Buses and trucks. C. All vehicles from entering this road. D. Vehicles over a certain weight. Answers is C. All vehicles from entering this road. The Do Not Enter sign prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or lane where the sign is posted. It is often used on exit ramps or one-way streets. Question 4. What is the correct procedure for navigating this intersection? A. Yield to traffic from the left. B. Stop before entering the circle. C. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. D. Enter without yielding. Answers is C. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout. Drivers must yield to traffic already circulating within the roundabout and enter when it is safe to do so. Question 5. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. School zone ahead. B. A pedestrian crossing is ahead. C. Children at play area. D. Walkers only path. Answers is B. A pedestrian crossing is ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. Question 6. What does this sign prohibit? A. No parking at any time. B. No stopping even for a moment. C. No standing. D. No U-turns. Answers is B. No stopping even for a moment. This sign means no stopping. You are not permitted to stop your vehicle in this area for any reason, even to pick up or drop off passengers, unless directed by police or traffic signs. Question 7. What action is prohibited by this sign? A. No parking but stopping is allowed. B. No stopping. C. No waiting. D. No entry. Answers is A. No parking but stopping is allowed. This sign means no parking. You may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave your vehicle unattended. Question 8. What should drivers expect when they see this sign? A. A steep decline in the road. B. A steep uphill grade ahead. C. Road closed due to incline. D. A flat road. Answers is B. A steep uphill grade ahead. This sign warns drivers of a steep ascent or uphill grade ahead. Drivers should be prepared to adjust their speed and gear accordingly. Question 9. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. An uphill slope. B. A steep downhill grade ahead. C. A winding road. D. Road construction. Answers is B, a steep downhill grade ahead. This sign indicates a steep descent or downhill grade. Drivers should be prepared to downshift and use engine braking to control their speed. Question 10. What action is forbidden by this sign? A. Overtaking other vehicles. B. Turning left. C. Stopping. D. Changing lanes. Answers is A. Overtaking other vehicles. This sign means no overtaking. Drivers are prohibited from passing other vehicles in this section of the road. Question 11. What does this sign alert drivers to? A. Detour ahead. B. Road work is in progress ahead. C. Rest area ahead. D. New road opened. Answers is B. Road work is in progress ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works ahead. Drivers should slow down, be alert for workers and equipment, and follow any temporary instructions. Question 12. What instruction does this sign give to drivers? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight ahead only. C. Turn left or right. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead only. This sign means proceed straight. Drivers must continue straight ahead in the lane or at the intersection where the sign is posted. Question 13. What direction must traffic take at this sign? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn left. C. Turn right. D. U-turn. Answers is C. Turn right. This sign means turn right. Drivers must make a right turn at the intersection or point where the sign is displayed. Question 14. What maneuver is mandatory with this sign? A. Turn right. B. Turn left. C. Proceed straight. D. U-turn. Answers is B. Turn left. This sign means turn left. Drivers must make a left turn at the intersection or point where the sign is displayed. Question 15. What does this sign indicate about speed? A. Minimum speed limit. B. Maximum speed limit. C. Recommended speed. D. Speed advisory. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit. This sign indicates the maximum speed limit for the section of road ahead. Drivers must not exceed the speed shown on the sign. Question 16. What road condition does this sign warn about? A. Uneven road surface. B. Slippery road surface ahead. C. Loose gravel. D. Road work. Answers is B. Slippery road surface ahead. This sign warns drivers of a slippery road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and drive with extra caution, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 17. What should drivers be aware of when they see this sign? A. Children may be present near the road. B. A playground is directly ahead. C. School bus stop. D. Pedestrian crossing only. Answers is A. Children may be present near the road. This sign warns drivers that children may be present near the road, often in school zones or residential areas. Drivers should reduce speed and be extra vigilant. Question 18. What does this sign indicate regarding road users? A. Cyclists may be entering or crossing the road. B. Bicycle path only. C. No bicycles allowed. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is A. Cyclists may be entering or crossing the road. This sign warns drivers that cyclists may be entering, exiting, or crossing the road. Drivers should be aware of bicycles and yield when required. Question 19. What does this sign mean for the road you are on? A. You are on a priority road. B. You must yield to oncoming traffic. C. It is a one-way street. D. Speed limit is enforced. Answers is A. You are on a priority road. This sign indicates that you are on a priority road, meaning you have the over traffic entering from side roads, unless otherwise by other signs. Question 20. What does this sign inform you about the road ahead? A. Beginning of a priority road. B. The priority road status ends. C. Yield to all traffic. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. The priority road status ends. This sign marks the end of a priority road. Beyond this sign, intersections may no longer grant you automatic, and you must obey standard rules. Question 21. What is by this sign regarding traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic ahead. B. The road is a one-way street. C. No entry zone. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. The road is a one-way street. This sign indicates a one-way road. All traffic on this street moves in the same direction. Drivers must not drive against the flow of traffic. Question 22. What type of road are you entering or currently on? A. A rural highway. B. A motorway. C. A residential street. D. A toll road. Answers is B. A motorway. This sign marks the beginning of a motorway or expressway. These roads typically have higher speed limits, multiple lanes, and restricted access. Question 23. What does this sign indicate about the railway crossing? A. Multiple tracks. B. A single track railway crossing ahead. C. No train crossing. D. Abandoned railway. Answers is B. A single track railway crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers of a railway crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to stop and yield to trains. Question 24. What does this sign mean for railway crossings? A single railway track. B. A railway crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian railway crossing. D. Railway station ahead. Answers is B. A railway crossing ahead. This sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers must exercise extreme caution, as more than one train may be present or approaching. Question 25. What maneuver is strictly forbidden by this sign? A. No left turn. B. No right turn. C. No U-turn. D. No stopping. Answers is B. No right turn. This sign means no right turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a right turn at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Question 26. What action is prohibited by this sign? A. No left turn. B. No right turn. C. No U-turn. D. No parking. Answers is A. No left turn. This sign means no left turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a left turn at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Question 27. What maneuver is prohibited when you see this sign? A. No U-turn. B. No left turn. C. No right turn. D. No stopping. Answers is A. No U-turn. This sign means no U-turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a U-turn at the location where this sign is displayed. Question 28. What does this sign indicate about the road surface? A. Smooth road ahead. B. Uneven road surface ahead. C. Slippery when wet. D. Roadwork. Answers is B. Uneven road surface ahead. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead, which could include dips, bumps, or rough pavement. Drivers should reduce speed and drive with caution. Question 29. What road feature does this sign warn you about? A. Road dip. B. A speed hump or bump ahead. C. Bridge ahead. D. Railway crossing. Answers is B. A speed hump or bump ahead. This sign warns drivers of a hump or bump in the road, often used to control speed. Drivers should reduce their speed to avoid vehicle damage or discomfort. Question 30. What road condition does this sign warn about? A. Slippery road. B. Loose gravel or stone materials. C. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stone materials. This sign warns of loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed, increase following distance, and avoid sudden maneuvers to prevent skidding or stone damage. Question 31. What hazard does this sign indicate? A. Strong headwind. B. Strong side winds ahead. C. Gusty conditions. D. Wind tunnels. Answers is B. Strong side winds ahead. This sign warns drivers of strong side winds ahead, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles or motorcycles. Drivers should grip the steering wheel firmly. Question 32. What does this sign indicate about traffic control? A. Yield sign ahead. B. Traffic lights ahead. C. Stop sign ahead. D. Railroad crossing. Answers is B. Traffic lights ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are traffic lights ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop if the light is red or yellow. Question 33. What potential hazard does this sign warn of? A. Wild animals may cross the road. B. Farm animals crossing. C. Pet crossing. D. Zoo entrance. Answers is A. Wild animals may cross the road. This sign warns drivers of wild animals crossing the road, especially at dawn, dusk, and nighttime. Drivers should be vigilant and prepared to slow down or stop. Question 34. Which side should you pass the obstacle by this sign? A. Pass on the left side. B. Pass on the right side only. C. Pass on either side. D. Do not pass. Answers is B. Pass on the right side only. This sign indicates that drivers must pass the obstacle on the right side. It guides traffic flow around hazards or road dividers. Question 35. What does this sign mean regarding obstacle avoidance? A. Pass on the left side only. B. Pass on the right side. C. Pass on either side. D. Stop ahead. Answers is A. Pass on the left side only. This sign indicates that drivers must pass the obstacle on the left side. It guides traffic flow around hazards or road dividers. Question 36. How should you proceed past an obstacle with this sign? A. Pass on either the left or right side. B. Pass on the left only. C. Pass on the right only. D. Do not pass. Answers is A, pass on either the left or right side. This sign indicates that drivers may pass an obstacle on either the left or the right side, depending on the traffic situation and safety. Question 37. What type of path is by this sign? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Cycle track or lane. C. Shared path. D. No bicycles allowed. Answers is B. Cycle track or lane. This sign indicates a cycle track or lane. Only bicycles are permitted to use this path, unless otherwise by supplementary signs. Question 38. Who is allowed on the path by this sign? A. Cyclists only. B. Pedestrians only. C. Vehicles. D. Shared use. Answers is B. Pedestrians only. This sign indicates a dedicated pedestrian track or sidewalk. Only pedestrians are allowed to use this path, and vehicles are prohibited. Question 39. What does this sign signify about the area? A. No entry zone. B. Beginning of a residential area. C. Industrial zone. D. Highway entrance. Answers is B. Beginning of a residential area. This sign indicates the beginning of a residential area or living zone. Drivers should be extra cautious, reduce speed, and watch for pedestrians and children. Question 40. What does this sign indicate about the residential area? A. End of a residential area. B. Beginning of a residential area. C. No entry to residential area. D. Residential parking only. Answers is A. End of a residential area. This sign marks the end of a residential area or living zone. Normal road rules and speed limits typically resume beyond this point. Question 41. What is where this sign is displayed? A. Bus stop. B. A marked pedestrian crossing. C. School zone. D. Cycle crossing. Answers is B. A marked pedestrian crossing. This sign indicates the exact location of a pedestrian crossing. Drivers must be prepared to stop and yield to pedestrians crossing the road. Question 42. What is available at the location of this sign? A. Bus stop. B. A parking place. C. No parking zone. D. Rest area with services. Answers is B. A parking place. This sign indicates a parking place. Drivers can park their vehicles here according to any supplementary signs or regulations. Question 43. What service is available at this location? A. Fuel station. B. A first aid post. C. Restaurant. D. Police station. Answers is B. A first aid post. This sign indicates the location of a first aid post, where immediate medical assistance can be provided in case of an emergency. Question 44. What facility does this sign indicate? A. Clinic. B. A hospital is nearby. C. Medical supply store. D. Pharmacy. Answers is B. A hospital is nearby. This sign indicates that a hospital is nearby. Drivers should be aware of emergency vehicles and potentially slower traffic in the area. Question 45. What road feature is ahead by this sign? A dangerous curve to the right. B. A dangerous curve to the left. C. A winding road. D. A sharp turn. Answers is A dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns drivers of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to steer through the curve safely. Question 46. What does this sign warn drivers about? A dangerous curve to the right. B, a dangerous curve to the left. C, a winding road. D, a sharp turn. Answers is B, a dangerous curve to the left. This sign warns drivers of a dangerous curve to the left ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to steer through the curve safely. Question 47. What change in the road is warned by this sign? A, road expands ahead. B, road narrows from both sides. C, lane ends on the right. D, construction zone. Answers is B, road narrows from both sides. This sign warns that the road ahead narrows from both sides. Drivers should be prepared to adjust their position and be cautious of other vehicles. Question 48. What does this sign indicate about the upcoming intersection? A junction with a minor road ahead. B, a stop. C, a traffic circle. D, a major highway intersection. Answers is A junction with a minor road ahead. This sign warns of a junction with a minor road ahead. Drivers should be aware of potential traffic entering or exiting the minor road and be prepared to react. Question 49. What is the implication of this sign for oncoming traffic? A, you have priority over oncoming traffic. B, oncoming traffic has priority over you. C, two-way traffic ahead. D, yield to all traffic. Answers is B, oncoming traffic has priority over you. This sign means priority over oncoming traffic is, oncoming vehicles have the, and you must yield to them before proceeding. Question 50. What rule applies with this sign? A, you have priority over oncoming traffic. B, oncoming traffic has priority. C, yield to all traffic. D, one-way street. Answers is A, you have priority over oncoming traffic. This sign means priority over oncoming traffic. You have the over vehicles coming from the opposite direction in a narrow section of road. Question 51. What type of entry is prohibited by this sign? A, goods vehicles only. B, all vehicles are prohibited from entering. C, passenger cars only. D, motorcycles only. Answers is B, all vehicles are prohibited from entering. This sign no entry for all vehicles movement prohibited. No vehicles are allowed to proceed beyond this point. Question 52. Which vehicles are prohibited from entering with this sign? A, only. B, motor vehicles are prohibited. C, pedestrians only. D, trailers. Answers is B, motor vehicles are prohibited. This sign means no entry for motor vehicles. Only vehicles and pedestrians are permitted unless otherwise. Question 53. What is prohibited for vehicles with this sign? A, no entry for trucks. B, no entry for vehicles with a trailer. C, no entry for buses. D, no entry for motorcycles. Answers is B, no entry for vehicles with a trailer. This sign means no entry for vehicles with a trailer. Drivers of vehicles towing a trailer are prohibited from entering the area. Question 54. What action is forbidden by this sign? A, no sounding of horn. B, no parking. C, no stopping. D, no overtaking. Answers is A, no sounding of horn. This sign means no sounding of horn. Drivers are prohibited from using their horn unless it is an emergency to avoid an accident. Question 55. What directions can you take at an intersection with this sign? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight or turn right. C. Turn right or left. D. U-turn only. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn right. This sign indicates that drivers must either proceed straight or turn right at the intersection. Left turns are prohibited. Question 56. What does this sign mean for passable turns? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight or turn left. C. Turn right or left. D. No straight movement. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn left. This sign indicates that drivers must either proceed straight or turn left at the intersection. Right turns are prohibited. Question 57. Which turns are allowed at an intersection with this sign? A. Straight only. B. Turn right or turn left. C. U-turn only. D. No turns allowed. Answers is B. Turn right or turn left. This sign indicates that drivers may turn either right or left at the intersection. Proceeding straight is prohibited. Question 58. What does this sign indicate about vehicle speed? A. Maximum speed limit. B. Minimum speed limit. C. Recommended speed. D. Speed advisory. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit. This sign indicates the minimum speed limit. Drivers must not drive slower than the speed shown unless traffic or road conditions require it for safety. Question 59. What type of road is by this sign? A. Motorway. B. Road for motor vehicles only. C. Restricted access road. D. Bicycle path. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles only. This sign indicates a road exclusively for motor vehicles. Certain slow-moving vehicles, pedestrians, and cyclists may be prohibited. Question 60. What does this sign indicate about the road's designation? A. Beginning of a motor vehicle road. B. End of a road for motor vehicles. C. Motorway ends. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. End of a road for motor vehicles. This sign marks the end of a road for motor vehicles. Normal road rules and restrictions for all vehicle types typically resume beyond this point. Question 61. What does this sign mean for public transport? A. No public transport. B. Road with a dedicated lane for public transport. C. Bus stop ahead. D. Public transport prohibited. Answers is B. Road with a dedicated lane for public transport. This sign indicates a road that has a dedicated lane for public transport vehicles. Other vehicles may be restricted from using this lane during certain hours. Question 62. What type of lane system does this sign indicate? A. One-way street. B. A road with a reversible lane. C. A dedicated bus lane. D. A shared cycle path. Answers is B. A road with a reversible lane. This sign indicates a road with a reversible lane. The direction of traffic in this lane can change, usually controlled by overhead signals. Question 63. What does this sign tell you about the reversible lane? A. The reversible lane road ends. B. Beginning of a reversible lane road. C. No reversible lane, D. Lane closure. Answers is A. The reversible lane road ends. This sign marks the end of A road with A reversible lane. Traffic flow will revert to standard lane configurations beyond this point. Question 64. What does this sign convey about lane usage? A. Lane closure ahead. B. Of movement for different lanes. C. Traffic merge ahead. D. One-way traffic only. Answers is B. Of movement for different lanes. This sign shows the permitted directions of movement for vehicles in specific lanes ahead, helping drivers choose the correct lane for their intended turn or path. Question 65. What is permitted at this location? A. No U-turns. B. A place for making a U-turn. C. Left turn only. D. Parking zone. Answers is B. A place for making a U-turn. This sign indicates a place where U-turns are permitted. Drivers may turn their vehicle around to proceed in the opposite direction. Question 66. What does this sign mean for U-turns? A. U-turns are prohibited. B. A U-turn zone is ahead. C. U-turn at next intersection. D. Left turns permitted. Answers is B. A U-turn zone is ahead. This sign indicates a U-turn zone, an area where drivers are permitted to make a U-turn to change direction. Always check for safe conditions. Question 67. What does this sign suggest about driving speed? A. Mandatory speed limit. B. Recommended speed limit. C. Minimum speed limit. D. Maximum speed limit. Answers is B. Recommended speed limit. This sign indicates a recommended speed. While not legally binding, it suggests a safe and comfortable speed for the current road conditions. Question 68. What does this sign tell you about the object ahead? A. Object 100 meters away. B. Object is 300 meters straight ahead. C. Object is 300 meters to the right. D. Object is 300 meters to the left. Answers is B. Object is 300 meters straight ahead. This supplementary plate indicates the distance to the object or condition mentioned on the main sign. In this case, 300 meters straight ahead. Question 69. What direction does the main sign apply to? A. Applies straight ahead. B. Applies to the left. C. Applies to the right. D. Applies in all directions. Answers is B. Applies to the left. This supplementary plate indicates that the main sign's restriction or information applies to the left direction of traffic flow. Question 70. When does the main sign apply as shown here? A. During weekends only. B. During days of the week. C. During nighttime hours. D. During peak hours. Answers is B. During days of the week. This supplementary plate the time of application for the main sign, indicating that it is active only on certain days of the week. Question 71. What parking method is by this sign? A. Perpendicular parking. B. Parallel parking to the curb. C. Angled parking. D. Reverse parking only. Answers is B. Parallel parking to the curb. This supplementary plate indicates that vehicles must be parked parallel to the edge of the carriageway or curb. Question 72. What does this sign indicate about the priority road? A. End of priority road. B. Direction of the priority road at an intersection. C. Yield to all traffic. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. Direction of the priority road at an intersection. This supplementary plate, often used with yield or stop signs, shows the layout of the intersection and which roads have priority, helping drivers determine. Question 73. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. This is a zone. B. Parking enforcement is active. C. Vehicle recovery point. D. Heavy vehicle route. Answers is A. This is a zone. This supplementary plate indicates that unauthorized vehicles parked in this area will be towed. Drivers should be aware of parking restrictions. Question 74. What does this sign warn about the road shoulder? A. Dangerous hard shoulder ahead. B. Shoulder for emergency use only. C. Shoulder closed. D. Wider shoulder ahead. Answers is A. Dangerous hard shoulder ahead. This sign warns drivers that the hard shoulder ahead may be dangerous, unstable, or have obstacles. Avoid using it unless absolutely necessary for an emergency. Question 75. What hazard does this sign indicate? A. Falling rocks or debris ahead. B. Landslide prone area. C. Roadwork. D. Loose gravel. Answers is A. Falling rocks or debris ahead. This sign warns drivers of the possibility of falling rocks or debris from cliffs or steep slopes ahead. Drivers should be alert and drive cautiously. Question 76. What does this sign indicate as a general warning? A. Other danger or accident-prone area. B. Roadwork ahead. C. Dangerous wildlife crossing. D. Traffic congestion. Answers is A. Other danger or accident-prone area. This sign is a general warning for other danger or an accident-prone area not covered by specific warning signs. Drivers should proceed with extra caution. Question 77. When approaching a stopped school bus with flashing red lights, what must drivers do? A. Slow down and pass with caution. B. Stop in both directions until lights stop flashing. C. Only stop if you are behind the bus. D. Proceed if there is a median strip. Answers is B. Stop in both directions until lights stop flashing. Drivers traveling in both directions on a road without a median strip must stop when they see a school bus with flashing red lights. Wait until the lights stop flashing and the bus moves before proceeding. Question 78. What is the primary purpose of a shoulder check before changing lanes? A. To adjust your mirrors. B. To check for vehicles in your blind spot. C. To signal your intention to other drivers. D. To look for road hazards. Answers is B. To check for vehicles in your blind spot. A shoulder check is essential to look for vehicles, motorcycles or bicycles that may be in your blind spot, which mirrors cannot show. It helps prevent collisions during lane changes. Question 79. What is the safest following distance under ideal driving conditions? A. 1 car length. B. A minimum of 2 to 3 seconds behind. C. 5 car lengths. D. Until you see the tires touch the pavement. Answers is B. A minimum of 2 to 3 seconds behind. The rule or more in adverse conditions is a common guideline. It provides enough time to react and stop safely if the vehicle ahead suddenly brakes. Question 80. When driving in heavy fog, what lights should you use? A. High beam headlights. B. Low beam headlights or fog lights. C. Parking lights only. D. No lights are necessary in daytime fog. Answers is B. Low beam headlights or fog lights. High beams reflect off the fog, making visibility worse. Low beams or fog lights illuminate the road surface without excessive glare, improving visibility for you and others. Question 81. What should you do if your vehicle starts to hydroplane? A. Brake hard and steer sharply. B. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. C. Accelerate to regain traction. D. Engage cruise control. Answers is B. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. If your car hydroplanes, ease off the gas and keep the steering wheel straight until your tires regain contact with the road. Avoid sudden braking or steering. Question 82. At an intersection with a flashing red traffic light, what must you do? A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop completely and proceed when safe. C. Yield to pedestrians only. D. It acts like a green light. Proceed. Answers is B. Stop completely and proceed when safe. A flashing red light means you must come to a complete stop, just like a stop sign. After stopping, you may proceed only when the intersection is clear and safe. Question 83. What does a flashing yellow traffic light signify? A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to stop. B. Stop immediately. C. Accelerate to clear the intersection. D. Yield to all traffic. Answers is A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to stop. A flashing yellow light means you should slow down and proceed with caution. Be prepared for unexpected hazards or other drivers failing to yield. Question 84. When are you permitted to use your vehicle's horn? A. To greet a friend. B. To warn others of danger. C. To express frustration. D. To signal a lane change. Answers is B. To warn others of danger. Your vehicle's horn should only be used as a warning device to prevent collisions or alert other drivers of your presence when necessary for safety. Question 85. In Canada, what should you do if you are involved in a minor collision with no? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Move vehicles to side of road if safe, exchange info. C. Wait for police in middle of road. D. Only exchange info if damage is severe. Answers is B. Move vehicles to side of road if safe, exchange info. If no one is injured and vehicles are drivable, move them to a safe location off the road to avoid further incidents. Exchange driver information and notify police if required by law. Question 86. Why is it important to check your tires regularly? A. For proper inflation and tread wear. B. To change tire color. C. To increase tire weight. D. To lubricate the tires. Answers is A. For proper inflation and tread wear. Regular tire checks ensure proper inflation for safe handling and fuel efficiency, and adequate tread depth for traction. Worn or improperly inflated tires can be dangerous. Question 87. When merging onto a highway, what should you do? A. Stop at the end of the ramp and wait. B. Match speed of highway traffic and merge safely. C. Merge immediately regardless of traffic. D. Drive slower than highway traffic. Answers is B. Match speed of highway traffic and merge safely. On a highway on-ramp, you should accelerate to match the speed of the highway traffic and look for a safe gap to merge smoothly and safely into the flow of traffic. Question 88. What is a safe practice when driving near large trucks? A. Tailgate to save fuel. B. Avoid their blind spots and maintain distance. C. Pass them quickly on the right. D. Drive beside them for extended periods. Answers is B. Avoid their blind spots and maintain distance. Large trucks have significant blind spots on all sides. It's crucial to give them ample space and avoid lingering in these areas to ensure you are visible to the driver. Question 89. What is the primary danger of distracted driving? A. Getting lost easily. B. Reaction time and awareness. C. Increased fuel consumption. D. Faster travel times. Answers is B. Reaction time and awareness. Distracted driving, such as using a cell phone or eating, takes your attention away from the road, severely reducing your ability to react to hazards and increasing collision risk. Question 90. What does a solid white line on the road mean? A. You can change lanes freely. B. Lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. C. It marks a turning lane. D. It indicates a reversible lane. Answers is B. Lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. A solid white line indicates that lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. Crossing a solid white line is generally not permitted unless absolutely necessary for safety or to exit a highway. Question 91. What is the importance of wearing A? A. It is a legal requirement only. B. It significantly reduces injury or death in a crash. C. It makes driving more comfortable. D. It helps keep your clothes clean. Answers is B. It significantly reduces injury or death in a crash. Are the most effective safety device in a vehicle, designed to keep occupants securely in their seats during a collision, preventing ejection and reducing the severity of. Question 92. What is the appropriate action when you hear an emergency vehicle siren? A. Speed up to get out of its way. B. Pull over to the right and stop. C. Continue driving normally. D. Pull over to the left and stop. Answers is B. Pull over to the right and stop. When an emergency vehicle with flashing lights or a siren approaches, drivers must safely pull over to the edge of the road and stop, allowing the vehicle to pass. Question 93. What is the main risk of driving while drowsy? A. Getting lost more easily. B. Impaired judgment and slower reaction time. C. Increased fuel usage. D. Faster driving speeds. Answers is B. Impaired judgment and slower reaction time. Drowsy driving significantly impairs cognitive functions like judgment, attention, and reaction time, making it as dangerous as impaired driving and increasing the risk of accidents. Question 94. How should you react to a tire blowout while driving? A. Slam on the brakes immediately. B. Grip steering wheel firmly, ease off gas, steer straight. C. Accelerate to maintain control. D. Pump the brakes repeatedly. Answers is B. Grip steering wheel firmly, ease off gas, steer straight. If a tire blows out, grip the steering wheel tightly, ease off the accelerator, do not brake suddenly, and steer straight until you can safely pull over. Question 95. When is it legal to make a U-turn? A. Anywhere convenient. B. Where permitted and safe without impeding traffic. C. Only at intersections with traffic lights. D. Never in residential areas. Answers is B. Where permitted and safe without impeding traffic. U-turns are generally permitted where there are no signs prohibiting them, and when it is safe to do so without interfering with other traffic or pedestrians. Question 96. What is the correct way to make a right turn on a red light if permitted? A. Slow down and turn right without stopping. B. Stop completely, then yield to all traffic and pedestrians. C. Turn right if no cars are coming. D. Only turn right if there is a right turn on red sign. Answers is B. Stop completely, then yield to all traffic and pedestrians. If permitted in your jurisdiction, you must first come to a complete stop, just as you would for a stop sign. Then, yield to all and pedestrians before turning right safely. Question 97. What should you do if your brakes suddenly fail? A. Steer into oncoming traffic. B. Pump the brake pedal, shift to a lower gear, use emergency brake. C. Turn off the engine. D. Close your eyes and hope for the best. Answers is B. Pump the brake pedal, shift to a lower gear, use emergency brake. If your brakes fail, pump the pedal rapidly to build pressure, downshift to use engine braking, and if necessary, gradually apply the emergency parking brake to slow down. Question 98. When is it permissible to pass another vehicle on the right? A. Whenever the left lane is slow. B. On multi-lane highways or if vehicle is turning left. C. Never, it's always illegal. D. Only in construction zones. Answers is B. On multi-lane highways or if vehicle is turning left. Passing on the right is generally allowed on multi-lane highways or when the vehicle ahead is signaling a left turn and there is sufficient space to pass safely on the right. Question 99. What is the purpose of braking systems ABS? A. To reduce stopping distance in all conditions. B. To prevent wheels from locking up during hard braking. C. To increase vehicle speed safely. D. To improve fuel economy. Answers is B. To prevent wheels from locking up during hard braking. ABS helps drivers maintain steering control during emergency braking by preventing the wheels from locking up, allowing the driver to steer around obstacles while braking. Question 100. How far in advance should you signal before a turn? A. At the moment of the turn. B. At least 30 meters or 100 feet. C. Only if there are other cars around. D. After you have started to turn. Answers is B. At least 30 meters or 100 feet. Signaling approximately 30 meters or 100 feet before your turn gives other drivers sufficient warning of your intentions, allowing them to adjust their speed and position safely.